How's life been treating you? I hope it's been well. My name's Josh, but you probably know me a little bit better as that one NBA history guy. Now, I played a similar game to this before, Hoop Grids, but I wanted to test out Immaculate Grid. I did pretty good at that one. I was playing that one off recording a bit. Got it to the point where I was pretty consistently getting single digits. My best score was 2.62. It was the Cavs, Knicks, Sixers, Kings, Suns blocks one. I got guys like Sam Lacey, Truck Robinson, Johnny Green, Tree Rollins. Anyways, right now I want to do the basketball reference version of it. Let's see exactly how different it is. Maybe they include the ABA. The other one doesn't include the ABA. But this is my first time playing this. It is the second time that it's out, and you're probably watching it a day after this is the current grid. So men's basketball. Next out of that, we got Boston, New Orleans, 10 plus rebounds in a season. Nuggets, Raptors, and Nets. Okay. Raptors and Pelicans, two very recent teams. That's going to make it a bit tougher. It really is. So let's start with the rebounds thing. I see a problem here already. Raptors rebounds. There aren't many. There aren't many guys who've gotten 10 plus rebounds a game for the Toronto Raptors. There's Bosh, obviously, but he's going to get like 70 plus percent, maybe 80 plus percent. Because as I think about it, there's Reggie Evans, who I don't think met the qualified number of games either season he was there. There's Daniel Marshall. He spent 2 seasons with Toronto. One of those, though, he was traded mid-season from Chicago, and I don't know if that counts, and that might be the year that he was in double figures. So that would leave just Bosh and Antonio Davis. And so I think I'm going to have to go with the Vince Carter era because you gotta go for the lowest score you can. This might hurt. 10%, not great. Okay, so we're already single figures is not possible. Cool. Okay, then this is just gonna hurt, isn't it? Not gonna be a good score. Nets. Okay, Brooklyn hasn't had many, which is gonna make things complicated again because let's see, New Jersey had Buck Williams, they had Sam Bowie, they had Derek Coleman, Jason Williams. Jason Williams is going to be remembered a bit more than he probably should be because of the taxi driver incident. Obviously can't go with Coleman. I probably can't go with Bowie just because of Jordan. Oh, Chris Humphries. So it's kind of between whether Chris Humphries' lack of general relevance to basketball matters versus Buck Williams being from the 80s. I'm going to say the Humphries Kardashian thing is going to keep him a bit more remembered than he should be. So I'll go with Buck. And not going to be a great score. This might end up being my worst score. It really might. Nuggets, early on you got Issel. You got George McGinnis. Oh, because, 70s. But also the fact that this is not at all the team he's most remembered for. He's remembered for the Sixers. He's probably remembered more for the Pacers in his time with the Nuggets. I was actually going to I was going to go with Danny Fortson, late 90s, but I've talked myself out of it. I'm going to go with George McGinnis. Oh, whoa. Wow, I did not think it would be that forgotten. Okay. So we can still get low 20. Okay, cool. Okay, Nuggets, Celtics. There's some good ones there. There's Ron Mercer. There's recently Avon Fournier. James Posey. Eric Williams is a good one. But since you got Pelicans, since you got Raptors, we gotta go old school when we can. And so we can go back to the 70s. And okay. I think I got one. Shahid Abdul Aleem, better known as Charlie Scott. So this is a Hall of Famer even. 21, cool. Yeah, Charlie Scott, great player. In the Hall of Fame, class of 2018, I want to say. Played great basketball for the Virginia Squires back in the ABA. For the Suns, for the Celtics. Wasn't so good by the time he got to Denver. That was, I think, the last year of his career. Okay. Nuggets, Pelicans. First name coming to my mind there is Ryan Bowen. He would probably be a pretty good scorer anyways. But let's see. Sticking with that Hornets era. Okay. So this guy, Devin Brown, he was. I want to say he was a starter for the Pelicans. Yes, cool. .02. I think he was a starter for the Pelicans when they were in OKC. The Hornets when they were in OKC. But he, between his two stints with San Antonio, which is probably what he's most remembered for, time with the Spurs, he played a very short while with the Nuggets. And I'm not sure really why I remembered that, but I just did for some reason. Raptors, Celtics. Ooh, actually, Pelicans Nets just caught my eye. Since we're already dealing with that, now I'll go in order. Raptors, Celtics. I'm gonna try to get with expansion team sort of thing here. And the Raptors, we got D Brown, you got Ed Pinkney, Moiso, Eric Montross. There's a lot of good options here, but I think I'm gonna go. Ooh, there's two I'm thinking of. Tony Massenberg is one, and Roy Rogers, currently an assistant coach at the Blazers, is another. I suppose because of the 12 teams and because he was still around by the time 2K was a big thing, Massenberg would probably be a worse choice than Roy. So I'm going to go with Roy Rogers here. 97 through 2000.1. Cool. And, oh, yep, there's my answer actually for the Pelicans. Yeah, yeah, because Pelicans, Raptors. Yeah, Pelicans Nets. I'm going to go with the guy I just named there. Jerome Moiso. Cool. And I was torn between where to put him within this because he fits in all four of these slots. But Toronto and Pelicans, I think I'm going to go for one of my favorite players from the mid-2000s who had absolutely no impact on the NBA. Had a decent European career, but very, very little impact on the NBA. It was Pop Mensah-Bonsu. And then Nets, Celtics. Tiny Archibald's the correct answer as far as that goes. Maybe it's meant to get you to choose Scal or Kenny Anderson or Tony Massenberg actually fits in this one too. This entire thing is just the Tony Massenberg, Jerome Moiso grid. I mean, Massenberg wouldn't be a bad choice. He'd probably be under one. Probably be low decimals of under one. But again, because this is so many teams that are, you kind of have to choose recent players. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go with an old Nets favorite, probably known better for his time with the Kings in Kansas City, Otis Birdsong, who spent like 13 games, something like that, with Boston. He was waived really quickly. Okay, rarity score of 21. Got Immaculate, of course. Most people got 4. Average person couldn't get half of it. Wow. Let's see, average. Oh, Jeff Green, Celtics Nuggets. Okay. Cousins, Jokic, Aaron Baines. That's such a weird fringe one there. Raptors Celtics for Aaron Baines to be the first one to come to mind. There was really a lot of good choices when it came to the way I was going with having it go expansion level Raptors players. But there really haven't been recently, I guess. Yeah. So Baines, Valanciunas, Bosh, of course, 90%. Yeah, I suppose. So 90%, the 10% for Davis. So I was right. Those two are the only ones eligible. Marshall doesn't count. Evans doesn't count. And then Pierce, 26% of people got Celtics Nets. How does that few people get it when there's Pierce and Garnett? And okay. Garrett Temple. Wow. And DeAndre Jordan. So, whoa, that just popped up. Birdsong on my screen again. I did not mean to do that. How'd that happen? Hold over that and you press it. Huh. That was a weird glitch. Okay. There's accuracies ratings. Oh, okay. So accuracy. Oh, so this is the scores. Yes, this is the scores, and this is overall accuracy. So yeah, Celtics Raptors, that was the lowest. Baines. Most people got only 3 or 4 correct. Wow. Okay. I'm not feeling too bad about getting 21 then. I always aim for single digits. at this point. 21 is the worst score I've had in a while. But there's only so much you can do when there's two options for one of them. And when there's, 5 real options for another one, none of whom are really forgotten enough or remembered enough to skew it. So obviously, I'm hoping next time that I do this sort of thing, it'll be easier to grab something other than Antonio Davis and Buck Williams. Because aside from that, that's a pretty pristine board, I want to say. Pretty pristine grid. So yeah, that's that. Not too bad. I'm thinking I might want to do this one again. I do prefer this one over the other one because the other one, I haven't checked yet, I guess, to see if ABA counts here. But the other one was messing up in terms of like Rochester Royals didn't count for the Kings. The 60s and 70s Baltimore Bullets didn't count for the Wizards. And so when I chose for Kings Warriors, Ed Mikan, who spent most of his career with the Rochester Royals and the Philadelphia Warriors, it didn't count. And that should be a pretty much an almost perfect score. That's probably a 0.01, 0.02 maybe. So because the other one has some glitches like that, I don't really want to do that one as much as I do this one. So hoping B-Ball Ref can do a little bit of mixing things up with this one. I do just generally like them and want to support them anyway. So that's my second one of these sorts of things, this time on Immaculate Grid basketball version rather than on Hoop Grid. Hope you liked it.